Start with the name. Welcome to Unity 3D tutorials by Stack. First of all, we open the Unity 3D here, and Unity 3D is a game development tool that has been designed to let you focus on creating amazing games. Today we will learn Unity 3D editor overview. For example, navigation, tools, and layouts, and multiple tabs like scene, game, inspector, project, hierarchy. Okay, thousands of apps on that with Unity 3D. Okay, the Unity opens. We will we will go to the file and we will select new project. We'll do the new project. Okay, click new project. And there are two things. One is the first project location, and second is the packages here. The project location, by default it is a documents in C drive. You can change its location and name. For example, Unity 3D tutorials project names. Okay, these are the packages. Packages can say that like the libraries in Java or C#.net. The packages, these are the built-in packages we can use. For example, this is the character controller or Unity package. Okay, the extension for the package are the .unity package. For example, in the character controller we can say we can use the player or character. Character we can say in the game development player that plays some role. Okay, so we will select three packages because we will use these. But there are many packages, but we will select only three. Number first is character controller, and you scroll down to scripts. Scripts are the programming files, or you can say code. We can use, there are three languages in Unity we use for programming a code. The C#, JavaScript, and Go language, but we will focus on the C#. Okay, the third one is terrain. Terrain you can find here. Terrain assets, terrain you can say the surface on which we will develop the scenes. Okay, terrain rendering is highly optimized for terrain efficiency, while in the editor, Unity's terrain system allows you to add vast landscapes to your games. Okay, make sure that you have selected three packages. The first is character controller, scripts, and terrain. Okay, and there's option 3D. If you want to develop 2D game, you will select 2D. If you want to develop 3D games, you select 3D and click create. When you click create, it will be the new project and it will import all the packages that you select: character controller, scripts, and terrain assets. Okay, the packages are important. In these packages there are multiple files like the 3D models and textures, different files. Okay, the textures in the Unity 3D here we will use for you can say like the images, or we will use for designing something like the background image. We do the background image in website or in any pages, web pages. So textures are these, and 3D models like the player or car 3D model and ball we can say, and we will make these all things. We will use the some important packages. Okay, okay, new project opened successfully. First of all, we will change the layout of the project. you can change from here, right side. You select the tall and you select the tall layout. You may see the look of the project like here. Okay, now we will define the tabs. First of all, here left side, the scene tab, scene view. Scene view is your interactive sandbox. You will use the scene view to select and position environments, the player, the camera, enemies, and all other game objects, and manipulating objects within the scene view are some of the most important functions in Unity, so it's important to be able to do them quickly. To this end, Unity provides keystrokes for the most common operations. After that, you can see here the game view. Game view is rendered from the cameras in your game. It is representative of your final published game. Whatever you will do in the scene view, you may see here in the game. In game view, what you will see, it will be like in the play mode. After that there's a hierarchy view. In the hierarchy view, the hierarchy contains every game object in your current scene here. Some of these are direct instances of asset files like 3D models, and others are instances of prefabs, custom objects that will make up much of your game. You can select objects in the hierarchy tag and drag one object onto another to make use of parenting. As objects are added and removed in the scene, they will appear and disappear from the hierarchy as well. By default, there's a man camera hierarchy. When you select the man camera, there are the inspector tab, inspector view. In the inspector view, games in Unity are made up of multiple games that contain mashups, scripts, sounds, or other graphics elements. The inspector displayed this detailed information about your currently selected game object, including all attached components and the properties. When you select the main camera, there are the properties of the main camera, like there are the different components, transform components, camera, and others. You can modify the properties of the main camera. Whatever here in the inspector, you can modify. After that there's a project tab. Here the project tab. In this view, you can access and manage the assets that belong to your project. Okay, the packages which we select to import, your character controller, scripts, and terrain assets. These are the basic resources that will be used in the game, like here. And the project view has a powerful search facility that is especially useful for locating assets in large or unfamiliar. For example, here you can search anything like 3D. Okay, third person here. Okay, so in the large projects or unfamiliar project, you can search anything here. Okay, after that we start from the scratch. Okay, here is the menu, and these are the navigation tools, and we learning these navigation tools on the left side, left above. We will select the game object on which we will apply these tools. Okay, game object. Every object in your game is a game object. However, game objects don't do anything on their own. They need special properties before they become a character. Okay, we will select go to game object tab and click create other, and you will see here all these are the game objects: body, system, text, different lights, cube. Okay, we will learn these further in the further discussion. Okay, but now for the navigation tool we will select cube or sphere, anything you select. Cube. Okay, when you select the cube, you can see here in the scene view the cube is, and in hierarchy as we discussed that whatever you will creating or deleting the cube is will be appearing here or disappearing in the hierarchy tab. Okay, now first we will use this tool, the first tool. You can set the hand. Okay, for that, when first you select hand, and in the scene view click the left mouse button and select and move the mouse. You can see that you can move scene here and there. Okay, after that you okay, as we are developing, as we are learning the 3D development, 3D game development, so the selected tool is hand tool, the first tool, and for seeing the view in 3D of the cube. ओके, इस क्यूब को हम 3D में देखने के लिए हम क्या करेंगे, अल्टर प्रेस करके और माउस को मूव करें, अल्टर प्रेस करके माउस लेफ्ट बटन क्लिक करके एंड माउस को मूव करेंगे तो यू कैन सी द गेम ऑब्जेक्ट, द क्यूब इन द 3D. For zooming out or zooming in, you can use scroll, mouse scroll. Okay, look of the 3D. The next tool is position. You select these. There are the three arrows, red, green, blue, which represent the x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. You can set position with this tool. If you want to set position on the x-axis, you can move from you can select, first you select the arrow, red arrow, and for the x-axis, and you can move here and there, left and right. Okay, if you want to set the position in z-axis, you can set from the blue arrow, and if you want to set the vertical direction, you can select in y direction with green arrow. Okay, after that there is rotation. Using the rotation tool, you can rotate the game object, you can rotate the cube you selected. Okay, there are three lines, red, green, blue, same lines. If you are rotating in the y direction, you select the green and you can rotate. Okay, if you want on z axis, then select blue line and move. Okay, and if you want an x-axis, select the x-axis, red line, and click left mouse button and move with mouse left and right. Okay, working. Okay, now further, this is the first number tool. We can say scale. Using the scale, we can set the size, we can increase or decrease the size of the game object, the cube. There are three arrows, three lines. Okay, in every direction you can increase or decrease the size. For example, in y direction, it's a y direction, green. Okay, in the x-axis, select and move mouse up and down, select blue for z-axis and move left and right, move the mouse left and right. Okay, if you want to increase or decrease the size equally in every direction, you will select the middle small cube. You will see here. Okay, middle small cube, white, select, and it will be in yellow, it means it's selected, and click the left mouse button and move mouse. You can see in every direction it increases or decreases. Okay, these are the navigation tools, and these are the buttons for the plan. Okay, when you click first button, it will play, and you can see the play mode here in the game tab. Okay, here you will see, here you can see the cube you created. Play. When you play this will be in blue button. And remember one thing, the important thing, when you play this, it will be in play mode, and if it is in play mode, then if you do changes in anything, it will be in temporary. For example, it is in play mode and I delete the cube in hierarchy, and I delete the camera also. But when you will be out of the game mode, play mode, for example, click again on this button, you may see here in the hierarchy tab, nothing will change. If you want to change anything permanent, then you will be out of the play mode and you can change here. Okay, now if you now delete, it will be permanent delete. Okay. And the game tab, here you can see here is the button, the maximize and play. If you click maximize and play, it will be highlight. Okay, and when you play, it will be on the big screen, the full screen. You can see here. If you click this maximize and play again, it will be like same. Okay, for maximize the screen, you will maximize and you will click the maximize and play. Now these are the tools. You can use a mouse here, and if you want to do everything in the manually, like the position, rotation and scale, you can change it also. Select the cube and or the properties, transform properties. You can use here properties, rotation and scale. For example, I'm increasing the size from 1.2 to 3, and you can see in x-axis direction it increases size because I'm changing x-axis. If you hover on the x, you can see here the two arrows. Okay. You can increase also in the right direction or in the left direction, it decreases, and all these are the things. If you want to change 1.222. Now another important thing here, you can see here is the diagram. We call it gizmo. Okay, if you click here x-axis, y-axis or any axis, for example I click the x-axis, you will see the direction, everything in change is seen. Okay, if you are an expertise in this, then you may change from here, otherwise don't touch it. Okay, you can see from the select this or okay, and tool and press alt and left click mouse and move here. You can set from here. Okay, after that you see the button here 2D. If you want to see in the 2D that how it looks in 2D, then you will click this 2D and you may see here. Again, if you want to see in 3D, deselect the 2D. Okay, now we will learn the hierarchy in the hierarchy tab. In the hierarchy tab, as we already have discussed, okay, but now for example, okay, hierarchy used for the hierarchy, and hierarchy, for example, like in the project, like in your computer. In the computer what we do that जो भी रिलेटेड चीज़ हमारी होती है वो हम एक अलग फोल्डर में रख लेते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इमेजेस का हम अलग फोल्डर बना देते हैं, और वीडियोस, पीपीटीज, ट्यूटोरियल्स, हर किसी का हम अलग फोल्डर बना देते हैं. क्यों? ताकि हम एक्सेस कर सकें, easily access कर सकें. Okay, for example, I'm creating here the multiple objects, multiple cube objects. Okay, you can also create from here. Click the cube and press Ctrl D for the duplicate. It will duplicate, it will copy. Okay, for example, now here are the cube. If we create 50 cube, 50 spheres, then I can access particular cube. So what I will do, I will create the empty game object. Empty game object is nothing, there's only transform component attached to it, nothing else. Okay, then I will select these all cube and drag and drop on the game object, and I will name the game object cubes. Okay, and these are all the within this create this empty game object. Now if I want to move the particular game object, I can select and I will select the position element, position tool, and I can move from here. This is particular game object. Okay, the 5 game object. Okay, now you see there are the multiple objects, and if you select, and if you want to see any game object closely, or we want to focus, then what we will do, select here in the game object and go to edit and select frame selected, or press F. You will see that it will zoom in and will focus on this particular game object. Okay, now you may see that in the scene view the look is like that, and in the game view the view is changed, the view is different. If you want same view, then what you will do, select main camera and go to game object and click align with view, or Ctrl Shift F. You will see that in the game view the view is same as in the scene view. Okay, make sure that you selected the main camera and then go to game object, align with view. Okay, now you will see that in the scene view these are the white objects, the color of this is clear, but in the game when we play we see that these are the black and we can't see clearly. So what we will do, we will add the light. Okay, go to game object, create other, and you see here different lights. The different game object, different light has a different what do we say, functionality. Lights are an essential part of every scene. Like lights define the color and mood of your 3D, and you can add multiple lights in one scene, and making them work together requires a little practice, but the results can be quite amazing. For example, there are the directional light, point light, spotlight, and area light. We add the directional light. Okay, the all directional light will be spreaded, and the point light, it points the particular light. For example, the projector, and spotlight, it points the particular spot, and the area it spreads in the area. Okay, we select the directional light, and you may see when you will select the directional light here in hierarchy it will be available. Okay, it will appear, and here in the game view you can see the now game objects, the cubes which you added are clear. Okay, now click the maximize and play for the screen and click play, and you may see the game objects clearly. Okay, now we move to the prefabs. It's convenient to create the game object, but these game objects we can't use in another scene or in another project, like we import the different assets, character controller, and these all things. We use these game objects only in the same scene. Okay, now for the prefab we create only 2 cubes and we delete the other cubes. Okay, now there are 2 cubes, select the cubes and move it in the upward direction. Okay, the prefab, why we create prefab? Unity has a prefab. Unity prefab, we can say it is a template, and we can use it. If we create the prefab, then we can use it in different projects or different scenes. Like we import the packages, we can import the prefabs also. For creating the prefab, we will go to the project view, and here we will create the folder for the easy access or the hierarchy purpose. We name it prefabs, and we'll create and click right click on the prefabs and click create, and you may see here different options: material, prefab, shader, scripts. We click the prefab and we name it cube. Okay, you will see here on the left side of the cube in the prefab, it is a white. It means it is inactive. Inactive means we can't use it. We can't use prefab. And for making prefab functional, we will add the functionality of the cubes, because we want to make the cubes prefab. Okay, we will select this cube and drag and drop on the cube prefab. Now you may see here the blue means it is active. The functionality of the cubes are in this. Now if we delete these cubes, there will be no effect. Okay, we delete, and if you want to use the prefab, select the prefab and drag and drop in the scene. Okay, now select this, drag and drop this. Okay, you may see, zoom out and see the different cubes. And notice that in the hierarchy tab, when you create here in the scene, it appears also here. If we delete from here, I click, and you may see it will be disappear from here. First these were the 4. Okay, if you check the functionality of the prefab, for example this cube, then it will affect all the instances. It will change all the instances, that functionality. For example, I select this cube and increase the size here. You may see it increases all instances size of here 1 cube, because I selected only 1 cube. It increases size. If I decrease here, it immediately decreases the size. You may see here. Okay, this is the main major benefit of the prefabs, that you can use it in different scenes, different projects. One important thing, that when you create the new scene, first of all you save the scene. The control S, or go to file tab and save scene. Okay, and name and right click for make any folder for the easy access or for the hierarchy purpose, and name it scenes, and click new folder. Okay, and rename it with scenes. And double click and name it intro to editor. Save. Okay, you will see here in the project view, it will be here in the scene folder and intro to editor Unity. Okay, that's all for it. As it was all about the introduction to Unity 3D editor and the basic tools like navigation tools and layouts you can save layout, delete layout. Okay, these are the buttons, play button, mode. Okay, these are the tabs, the game objects, and the one important thing I forgot it. When you select any game object, for example cube, you will see here the different components. You can add like the transform component, like here transform component. Okay, click the physics, and these are all the things which are in the physics. You can apply the real life rules. You can say like the physics or the rigid body. You can set the gravity in rigid body, character controller, box colliders basically means the boundaries. Okay, this all was the intro for the next thing, for the next tutorial. See our next tutorial. And one important thing, there's whatever here is in the red line, this means this is the error. Okay, when you click it and you double click it, it will lead you to the error. Okay, if you don't want to see the error, clear this and close. Okay, this is all about it.